Hello lovely people out there, this is your Star Guide Nikita and welcome back to Nikki's Star Guide YouTube channel. And as always, if you are new to the channel then please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Share this video if you are liking the series and the videos on my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that we will always stay connected with the help of these astrology videos. So in continuation with our series of yearly horoscope analysis for each zodiac sign, today we are going to talk about the zodiac sign of Aries, that is the moon sign and ascendant sign of Aries natives, and how the year 2021 is going to be for them. So whenever we have to understand what type of major events can take place in a person's life during an year of time span, then we must take a look at the transit of outer planets, that is Saturn and Jupiter, as Saturn stays in one sign for about 2.5 years of time, whereas Jupiter stays in one sign for about 1 year of time. So considering their transit and their natal position in an individual horoscope along with the individual dashas becomes mandatory. Apart from these two giant planets, we also must give importance to the transit of the shadow planets, that is Rahu and Ketu, as Rahu and Ketu stay in one sign for about 1.5 year of time. So these planets have got the major significance in delivering impactful results in a native's life. So when it comes to understanding how these planets and their transit is going to impact Aries natives, then I can sum it up like this, that the year started off on a neutral note for Aries natives, with you being really hardworking and busy with your programs, with your routine life. You are trying to give your best in terms of career, especially as Saturn, the Karma Karaka planet, which rules the 10th and the 11th house of horoscope and is transiting through the 10th house for more than 1.5 year of time. This Saturn is testing your patience in terms of career and growth. You are not able to somehow gain, you are not able to gain that desired growth so easily, because Saturn is making sure that you set the foundation, you lay the foundation out properly before you go forward and expect the desired results when it comes to your material growth. Saturn is the natural Karma Karak planet, and when the house of karma is getting stronger, becoming stronger, and with the placement of Saturn in it, and it is aspecting the house of comfort, that is the 4th house, which is all about conveniences, peace of mind, mother, and matters related to property or homeland, familial life. So when the Karma Karak planet, which is justice oriented, Saturn, is becoming stronger in the 10th house and it is directly casting its aspect on the 4th house, there could have been some struggles in attaining the peaceful state of mind, or there can be some worries or issues which are making you have sleepless nights or worrisome days or hectic schedule in terms of career or finances, because remember Saturn also rules the 11th house of finances, right? So Saturn being the planet of justice and karma, the better you are at performing your duties diligently and with sincerity, the greater you will have the chances of attaining peace of mind. Okay, so there can be some issues, or there can be, you are working relentlessly in attaining peace of mind, or in hitting those familial goals, or you want to serve or provide for your family well, but somehow you are unable to do that, or you want to do more but you are somehow unable to hit that benchmark set by yourself or by your family, or your family is expecting a lot from you and you are feeling like, I'm not able to attain that much or give that much to my family. So such type of issues can arise during this time. So the better you are, as I told you, the better you are at performing your duties, the greater rewards this Saturn will help you in reaping. Okay. Also, when it comes to Saturn in the 10th house in the sign of Capricorn, those who were relentlessly working towards their dreams, ambitions and duties, responsibilities, this Saturn will grant you a lot of progress and fulfillment of desires during this time. Whereas Saturn being the strict taskmaster, those who were being casual in their approach towards and not performing their duties or responsibilities sincerely, this Saturn also has got the potential to teach you the necessary lesson in a harsh manner. So if you don't want to experience that, then Aries natives, please get on to the board, get going and do your duties relentlessly. Perform your duties with dedicated and sincere approach. And along with Saturn, this Saturn was accompanied by Jupiter till 6th of April 2021, till Jupiter was transiting through the sign of Capricorn. Jupiter being the lord of the 9th and the 12th house, transiting through the 10th house. During this time, there could have been major financial constraints, or you could have been extremely focused on your finances, and you might have felt like fortune is not extremely in favor of me, and I have to put in double efforts in order to feel a bit fortunate during this time. So make sure that I hope that during that time you didn't let the circumstances and situations and conditions do not dictate overall life scenario for you. Otherwise it could have been a bit depressive for many Aries natives. And as I told, if you are someone who was working relentlessly and who was being sincere for a longer period of time before these transit took place, then that time could have been progressive for you. Till Jupiter will be in Capricorn, there is a need to take care of your mother's health and your own health too, because Jupiter being the Jivakaraka, transiting through the 10th house in the sign of debilitation along with the 10th lord, it can make you so much engulfed in your work routine that you might forget to take care of your health and especially mental health. So just be careful about that. And there can be monetary gains, but with lots of inner conflict, because your 9th lord is also in a restrictive zone, and Saturn is already aspecting the 12th house of sleeping pattern, a sleeping routine, or your subconscious mind. So just be careful about that. Once Jupiter enters the sign of Aquarius, that is your 11th house, you will feel like you are finally unlocking the cage and you are becoming free bird one more time. So that will be a great time for all the Aries natives. It's a great time for those who are willing to get married, or there will be an increment in your income. Also those who are looking for a childbirth, it's a great time. If you are looking for finding the right partner, romantic partner for yourself, then it's a great time. Please make sure that you are networking with as many people as possible, because this is a freeing transit for you. Jupiter in Aquarius will surely help you breathe in the fresh air. Okay, so it's a fresh source of energy, and make sure that you are getting out there to experience this high vibe. And there will be a lot of opportunities to celebrate with your friends, family, people of network circle, or your colleagues. So just make sure to enjoy every bit of this transit. And gains will increase, but don't forget that this transit will also have some Saturnian effects, as Jupiter is still in the sign of Aquarius, that is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is transiting 12 places away to the sign of Aquarius. Also, Jupiter being the 12th lord of expenditure is transiting through the 11th house of gains and fulfillment of desires. So you have to be careful of your expenditure. Expenses will rise like anything, and you have to be mindful of where you are spending your time, energy, and especially monetary resources during this time. Otherwise what can happen is you are earning a certain amount of money, but you are spending almost all of it. So make sure that you are being mindful of what type of desires you want to manifest during this time, and how much and on what things you are spending your resources and time and energy. Now, when it comes to analyzing the effects of transit of Rahu and Ketu, then Rahu co-rules the 11th house of your horoscope, that is the sign of Aquarius, and it is transiting through the 2nd house, whereas Ketu co-rules the sign of Scorpio, that is the 8th house, and it will be transiting through the 8th house itself. It shows that this Rahu in 2nd house has got the potential to help you accumulate a lot of wealth, resources in order to strengthen your personality and lifestyle, but as Rahu is the malefic planet, you have to be mindful of your lifestyle routine, your habits, and especially your food eating patterns. And stay away from harmful substances during this time. You have to be, not just this time, but any time. And a person has to be careful with not over indulging in any kind of lavish spending, or anything in excessive quantity is never good for the mankind. So Aries natives are just advised to do so, and this Rahu can also make you your speech more furious. So be mindful that you don't lend into any troublesome situations because of your furious speech during this time, and make sure that you are pinpointing the mistakes of others, or you are getting into arguments, or you are initiating any debate very carefully, okay? And it's a great time to enjoy nice cuisines, spend some nice time with family, or you might even meet new people who will become a part of family in your life, and they can be there for a long term in your life. So just be mindful of that you are choosing right people and you are letting them in your inner circle during this time. When it comes to analyzing the transit of Ketu, then Ketu in the 8th house is acting like a cleansing agent, cleansing element in your life. So this is a great time to get rid of any old trauma, traumatic patterns, old baggage, and old hurts and wounds. So I repeat that please let all these baggage, let all these hurt get out of your life. It will get released and then it will slowly get erased during this time. So I repeat that please make sure that you are not holding on to these negative things. You are about to start a new chapter of life. Ketu in the 8th house will also help you understand your psyche or your innermost thoughts in a deeper manner. So make sure that you are spending some alone time in the night before you sleep. Turn off that phone, spend some alone time in isolation, and try to rectify and try to recognize your own patterns. Let them be positive or harmful patterns. Both ways, you are called to understand your psyche in a better way so that you can get rid of the unwanted scenarios and patterns and habits in life and start afresh. And if you are married, then please make sure that you are maintaining cordial bond with your in-laws and spouse, and just spend some, Ketu doesn't want any fancy things, understand. Ketu simply wants loyalty, sincerity, and spiritual essence in any type of bond and relationships. So if you provide this, then this Ketu will help you in sustaining those bonds. Also, you need to be careful of your health, and especially the health related to genitals or excretory system organs, and otherwise this time is good for all the Aries natives. This is it for all the Aries ascendant and moon sign natives. The growth will be slow and steady, but don't forget you are laying out the foundation for a better and brighter future tomorrow. So don't skip this process. Don't try to take too many shortcuts. Enjoy this process. Lay out the foundation so strong that tomorrow, if any type of volcano comes in or any type of eruption takes place in your life, your foundation is strong enough to sustain those winds, those terrible situations. Okay, so we will meet in the next video. Till then, take care, bye bye, and I wish all the Aries natives all the very best for the brighter, better, and full of growth kind of year ahead.